All right, 8 minutes to work with. And this one we're going to do a little drum machine project. And I'm going to start by feeding it a picture of something circular. So I don't want to just make the most simple drum machine. I want something creative, a creative spin or take on the classic design. So let's make a simple drum machine, but incorporate the idea of circular notation into the quick concept we will make using basic web audio API work. Use a graphic library if needed to help execute this quickly. Sometimes the AI would decide that using a library can save time, but then it can be arrogant and say, it's much better for me to write this on my own. And, we work on such a tight timeline with this 8 minutes for artifacts that you want to give it the option to make it as quick as possible for us, because it probably knows best what is going to be the fastest and most reliable. And so much of that is this secret project management that it's doing behind the scenes, plus working with very vague information. And in this case, it didn't even ask me questions to clarify what I meant. So it does do a little bit of spitting back some interpretation. It mentions the concentric rings, 16 steps arranged radially. And here we go. We have something all ready to look at. Not hearing anything yet. Could there be a reason for focus? Right, yeah. Oh my God. Oh, crap. So it, okay. Perfect. It's very good. I just had to, I was like, is the audio not working or what? And then I just had to put the amazing work. Can you help populate preset note values that are common? Each drum can get a different population. So we want to have it easy to put in the sort of quarter notes and eighth notes or whatever, because this is too chaotic. A metronome would also be good to help. So here, let's hear the kick. Yeah. Yeah, 4 on the floor, big beat, boom bap, house reggaeton. Almost 4 minutes remaining, so we're making really good progress. Yep, if I was doing this 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 3 years ago, not much would get done. I couldn't code this type of thing. It's actually, this one seems to be running in a faster scroll than I've seen before. Opus 4.6 extended is our model, and I don't think you can switch in the middle of an artifact. You kind of have to go with what you picked. Oh, wow. It's got preset rhythms. Bossa Nova. That doesn't sound like bossa nova, but amazing. Give me drum tone options for each drum. Add a perk option, which would be like cowbell or whatever. Yeah. Oh, we have 2 minutes left, so I was willing to go with that. I'm willing to go with that bet that it can be done in the 2 minutes. That was a reasonable feature request for 2 minutes. And I'm excited to see and hear how this thing keeps playing. This will be the last edit. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because each edit is like 30 seconds. Get it ready on the screen. So this last edit should give us different tones, as I wrote, for how the kick will sound, etc. Red color was kind of worked. I would give it some skin options. You could do like a fluorescent, or not fluorescent, like a pastel, a light mode, a dark mode. I guess the dark red could be cool with some lighting effects that you can have it do virtual lighting on. And 20 seconds left. I got a little cocky. So I'm going to mute this mic for when it's ready for the end. All right. Oh, and Claude has given me a warning. Okay, now I'll turn off this mic for Okay, that was very cool, I would say, for the done in the 8 minutes. And the only thing that was problematic is that by inputting a note, it played the note back. So if hearing the performance of it, it was a lot of extra notes randomly, but it seems to have a good handle on timing. Only with a metronome would we really know, though. That's 4 beats. Yeah, the stick kind of hits that thing right when I think it should. And let's try a hi-hat. Yeah, it just needs a bit of a shuffle feature in which you could have it maybe recreate some MPC grooves. That's open hi-hat. It's a really cool start, yeah. But then it stopped, didn't do anything, but clear does. So many things. Also, big note on this. I thought I was doing well for Claude credits, but it looks like I am in trouble with using too much. So you're out of extra usage. My limit will reset at 1 p.m. So let's quickly see. So current session, I've used 99% of the session resets in 24 minutes. My weekly limit, though, is actually 8% of the weekly limit, which is here. It's resets at Friday at 8 a.m., 8% used. And I guess that will be next Fridays from what I understand. Anyways, all this to say is that the artifacts that I make in these videos are not crushing the plan. But if once we move into Claude Code, it would be very apparent how fast the credits would run out, especially as we added a lot more features to these apps. But the best thing to do is make a few artifacts and then pick the one that's got the most potential and interest or whatever, and go with that to spend your credits rather than wasting them on projects that are really too early stage to be throwing that much AI coding at it.